Frazier.
Halloween, man. I kind of like that. I just can't breathe.
Oh man, fucking in John Paul. I'm ready for a nap.
I don't know how to stop it. There we go, dude.
Early morning, Frage. Happy morning.
Oh yeah, I gotta work today. Thanks for showing up early, Weller.
Sunday.
What is it, the 28th? As you can tell, it's our first annual Halloween edition. This is our first annual, dude. Oh, that sounds great,
Fucking
dude.
weirdos.
Yeah, get us started. A little something bit different. That's the first time we didn't use the fucking
The sound, the theme, the
yeah, the
soundtrack.
intro. That's good, man. That's cool.
Change it up, fool.
Yeah, we keep it. I like
Keep it fresh.
You know, when you watch a show though,
fresh.
like you would hear Laverne and Shirley come on. You hear the song, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or here's a good one. Come and knock on our door.
Oh,
You
you've
know?
been waiting for you.
Yeah. You know, it's fucking. You listen. You wait for that song too, though.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you remember the Fall Guy. You remember that show?
All the 80s shows.
Yeah,
80s,
they had
early
it.
90s. Yeah.
You hear the song and you're like, oh shit, it's coming on. So people hear that and they're like, oh shit, fellas, it's coming on, dude. You know?
Shut it down.
'Cause that is our song. You know, nobody else uses that.
No,
shit,
that's
dude.
our theme song.
You know, that's fucking. Unless you want to change this theme song, dude. I mean, like,
Nah. We just do specials.
I'm trying to think if anybody changed the theme song, dude.
Nope.
You got MASH. Remember MASH used to be.
Barney Miller?
Dun, 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 dun.
Cheers.
Yep.
Where everybody
He knows your
your
name.
name.
Yep.
So
Hey,
get some shout
it's another special episode, man, because yeah, we'll do our shout outs, but we're at 103 subscribers now.
Okay.
That's on YouTube. Facebook, I think we're around 800 now. 841 or something like that.
I don't know if that's true, but yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. You know, just a little Fraser math, but it's cool. So here we got we do got our 100 subscriber. We're gonna give you a little special shout out, but we got Amanda Cosmos, Gail Weber, Carrie King, Gary Curry. I like these handle ones. Quiet Touch 77,
Ooh.
Yellow Snowflake 72,
Mhm.
David Allen Weller Sr.
Okay. My dad's
What's
watching,
up,
huh?
boy? What's up, boy?
He's going to hell.
Tiffany Flory Garcia. And then we got our 100th subscriber is Stephen Kalechi from Vancouver, British Columbia.
Yep.
51 years old. And we got him hooked up. What do we got here, Weller?
We got a hat. We're sending him a hat,
We're sending you
A
a hat,
shirt.
man. We got you a shirt.
a fella's mug, and some stickers.
That's it. Appreciate you subscribing.
We emailed him. He gave us his information,
Oh.
so we're mailing all that stuff. That should
I
be sometime next week. You
And
should
maybe
get
a
it.
little magic. You never know what might end up in there. That's good shit, dude.
Hey, you want to start this off by trying to give this guy a call?
Dude, if you want to go there, man, I mean,
We could try.
you open Pandora's box, you never know what comes out of it.
We'll
dude.
see what happens. He might already know what's going on, so he might fucking be. Let's see if we can get him on the line.
Let's see what's up.
Let's see
This
what
is
happens.
completely. We did not ask his permission or any of that, so we'll see if we can, we can get him to answer. This is a real special treat for all of us. Ooh,
It
that
is.
sounds deep. You can hear that good.
Yeah.
Hello,
Greg?
Flory.
What up?
What's up, ho?
So we got
What up,
Greg.
man?
We got Greg Flory on the line right now.
What's up, Flo? Got you on the show, dude.
What up, fella?
We've been promising that you're gonna show up, and we finally got you on
You're
the
one
show.
of our
man.
most highly anticipated guests.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing, man?
Yeah, I mean, my fan club has been reaching out to me, and I just been busy chasing bears.
Yeah. Well, we weren't gonna get any work stuff, so we don't get you into trouble, man. But we wanted to say what's up.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, Greg?
What what are we gonna lay down today?
What we talk today? We're talking about, is it harder to find a good man or a good woman, and what determines a good man or good woman? What do you think, Greg? Is it harder to find a good man or a good woman, or is a hard man got?
Well,
good?
I found a good woman 20 years ago, but I still haven't found my good man yet. I've been looking.
You're still looking for the man part, huh?
I'm looking for the right man. I haven't found him yet.
Is it any truth to the story about you and E-Rock in the tent, dude?
Sabotage TV.
No, dude. I only wrestle naked with Weller.
How many times has Frazier went knuckle deep in you?
Say that again?
Dude, the only
Because I know it
time,
happened once for sure.
yeah, the only time I can recall is when we went camping last time, and you were surfacing like a blowhole well, and I happened to throw my middle finger right in your butthole on accident.
Accident. That shit don't happen on accident.
Dude, Frazier, don't bring that up, dude. I'm still contemplating whether or not I'm going to turn you in for sexual harassment, dude.
You're gonna Me Too me, dude?
Dude, I'm getting, what's her name's lawyer, dude, Jones's lawyer. I'm taking Kavanaugh and Frazier to court.
Now Kavanaugh touched you too, dude?
But,
Kavanaugh.
but them talking about him brought back memories of my bad situation when I was taking him, when I was felt up.
When you were taking it in the ass?
That never happened.
Now you're all serious?
No, dude, seriously, Paige, don't bring that up no more, man, because I'm contemplating whether or not I'm going to go, what's her name, Jones?
We'll just keep it between us.
Yeah, no one else will know, dude.
Let's just keep it between us, dude.
Yeah, no one know, dude.
And the 5,000 followers we now have.
Yeah. Hey, we just hit our 100. We just hit our 100 subscribers.
DG came to the house this weekend, dude. So we were talking about strategy this weekend, strategy marketing.
Okay.
Or yeah.
What'd you guys come up with?
I actually got a shirt. I actually got a fella shirt, dude, for once.
Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, right. You got the first OG one, the black one,
He
dude.
took the dirty one off his back and left it this morning.
I'll get him another one, dude. I'll get him
Hey,
another
so
one.
what are your guys' take on finding a good woman and a good man? I know, Frazier, that you still treading water on that bisexual thing. You're not sure. You haven't really figured it out yet. So what's your take on that?
Yeah, I haven't decided if I'm a man or a woman, or if I'm Asian or white yet.
Hands with his
I'm
trans-Asian bullshit,
yeah,
dude.
I'm
You know
still
Frazier
contemplating.
coming with his fucking bullshit numbers, dude.
Dude,
He's 10% fucking Chinese. He's fucking
I'm
100.
0.3% Asian. So that's more Asian than Pocahontas is Indian.
Bert, I thought you were 100% Portuguese, dude. What happened?
Dude, I'm 100% Portuguese every time I touch Maker's Mark whiskey. That turns me into the Portuguese fucking...
And you're always knuckles deep, baby.
Hell yeah. I'm knuckle deep for life right there. It's right there.
Hey, how'd you guys do in the tournament, bro?
We won the fucking costume contest yesterday. We all wore Cobra Kai outfits. And then we ended up coming second for bowling. We had one guy show up, man, that he talked a mad game. Bowling's like golf, dude. You can say you're the best golfer around, but once you get out on the links, you can't lie. Same thing with bowling. Once you get on the alley, you can't lie, dude. This guy couldn't even break 100.
It's like making love.
Yeah, you can tell everybody you got a 10-inch cock, but then when you go to start banging, your old lady's like, what?
He said that Vienna sausage sure tasted good, Flory.
Yeah.
Dude, it's all about the cunnilingus, bro. That's all that matters, dude.
The what? Cunnilingus?
Little cunnilingus never hurt
Yeah.
nobody.
So check it out, dude. It doesn't matter, dude, if you go 3 seconds or 10 seconds. It's all about the effort, dude, that you put into it.
You just punish it, dude.
Maybe that's why I haven't found a good man yet, dude.
Hey, man, everybody's got their own style. That's just all there is to it. But I think it's harder to find a good man, dude, because when I think about it,
100%. 100% it's harder to find a good man.
it is because most of the time when you have single parents operating a family, like it's usually a woman taking care of her kids, man. It's a dude that usually skates out. Very rarely do you see a woman that skated out.
Very rarely.
Left her kid with the man, dude. You know, that's my take on it right there.
I don't know, dude. I think it depends on which perspective you're looking at that from. I think either way, bro. I mean, I don't know, dude. I think that all of our friends, we all, you know, we're a little bit fucking quirky, but we all turned out pretty good. So right there, dude, there's at least like 8 of us that turned out pretty good.
You're
What's
right.
that percentage, Grace?
You're
But,
right about
you
that.
know,
We're all fucking quirky.
When I run the numbers, dude, we're our group of friends, being that there's probably 7 or 8 of us strong in there, right? We're in the fucking 0.76 percentile for fucking good people, dude. I mean, it's very rare to have we don't have one hardcore drug addict in our group. We don't have one guy that's dodged his family in our group.
Mm-mm.
We don't
We got
have.
hella gay, dude.
We
We got hella gay. We got hella gay and bi, dude. What's up?
Dude, I mean,
we got one serial killer in,
yeah.
in fucking 3-way.
Just 3-way serial killer.
3-way.
But you think about it, man. We got all the ethnicities covered. We got all the sexual preferences covered. I mean, we're basically like new kids on the block of the fucking
Fuck that,
2018.
dude. New Kids on the Block didn't come out before us. Fuck them. Jackass, New Kids on the Block, all them bastards.
You know, I've thought about maybe us doing a video, like Jackass style video of
Not
some
a
of the
video,
shit
a
we've done.
fucking movie. A bio movie. We have Eric direct it.
Yeah. 3-way can be our
It's all about
talent.
marketing, dude. Hey, we gotta call Elock, dude. You gotta start marketing.
Hey, dude, just because you even thought about us having some type of marketing, that's more than we've done already. just you thinking about it.
You know what? I could see you guys, you and DG talking about too. You know what these guys got to do, man? These guys gotta they gotta get their head on straight, dude. They gotta do the fucking work right. They gotta get this. I can imagine the conversation, dude. You're telling me it didn't go that way. I know it did. I know which way it went. The problem is they don't fucking pay attention to the fucking real numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, we do that.
Whatever, bro. You don't want no help. Whatever, bro.
Yep. Well, shit, Flo, we're gonna get rolling on it, man. You got any fucking parting words for us?
Yeah, dude, I love you guys, man.
Hey, we love you every day, man. I can't wait till we get a fucking whole group of us together again, man. Camping was awesome.
Yeah, dude. Hey, dude, if I don't make it home today, I love you guys. I'm going to fight bears, bro.
Hey, I love you every day, kid. You know that.
All right, Flo.
All right, fellas, late.
There we go, man. Guest spot, Greg Floyd, been promising it.
We
It
got
happened,
him.
dude.
I think we sabotaged him too.
You know, we did. We didn't. Honestly, we did not tell him we were gonna call him or nothing. So that was just cool that he picked up.
Where he's like, "Who the fuck's Greg Flory?"
Yeah. So what are you doing?
And they're like, "Who the fuck are you?"
So, you know, going off the good man, good woman, dude, I think about it, man, and that's what my point was, making the argument for finding a good man, because there are a lot of good women out there. They might be crazy, they might be emotionally unstable, they might not be good partners and shit like that, but I would say 95% of them are good moms, dude.
I don't know about that 95%, but I think it's definitely harder to find a good fucking guy. And a good guy, now what's a good guy? What's a good guy? No, you're not perfect. Nobody's perfect.
No.
We got fucked up shit going on.
No, I know, because you got, okay, so you can have a good man that's a good provider, like, right? He provides a good home, you know, what else you want to say? Provides a good home. Maybe he brings home the bacon, makes sure that you got food, all that kind of stuff. Maybe he's really good at that.
Doesn't beat you.
Yeah, he doesn't hit you and stuff, but then he may be
You may be at work
fucking-
all the time.
or he may be real selfish with his time, or like he doesn't fucking do anything with the family. He does shit for himself. Because I used to be that guy myself, man. You know, I used to play a lot of video games when I was younger. I used to fucking I played baseball until I was 30. You know, my weekends were ate up on that shit. You know, fucking. There's a lot of different ways you can go with it, man. But from my perspective, I think it's harder to find a good man because. Well, maybe I'm going from the kid's perspective.
Well, we were talking at work. We were talking about a girl we knew, a lady we knew, and we're like, why is she still single? You know, she's a good girl. She's a good woman. She's, I think, in her 30s, and she's good personality, good looking, you know, and still single. And the guy I was talking to at work was like, because there's no good men. Same reason why my daughter's got the guy she's got with now. There is no good men. So I was talking to my daughter, and she's like, oh, you have to settle. She's all, for now, looking for a guy that doesn't want to go out and fuck every other girl. She's all, to find somebody good, she's all, you have to settle. You're gonna have to settle.
That's another thing. Loyalty, being loyal, man.
So you're gonna have to settle. But I mean, that's what got me thinking. And I text Sarah and I'm like, hey, you know, I never realized how fucking how lucky you are. You just unplugged me, Fresh.
I think so. I heard something, man. Son of a bitch, keep it. Oh shit!
Why did you even mess with it in the first place?
This is what happened, man. That cord came out, dude.
Yeah, but you should have just left it in.
There goes our three-way. That was our three-way splitter. I need a little bit more on this one, dude.
Which one you talking about?
Get it, this one right here. Pass it around. Right here.
Why did you even mess with it?
Let me see. Holy shit. I pulled that. I broke that fucker, dude.
Here, put this one in underneath right here.
Yeah, it's not long enough.
It was already hooked up before.
Yeah, go around that route right there.
Why did you even unplug it? What was the purpose of that?
I thought I could just pull it out. But I'll show you what happened, man.
No, I know what happened. I watched you. You got to turn it around.
Yeah, there we go.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, but why did you unplug it in the first place? It wasn't even plugged in here. I unplugged this.
Look at this is what I thought. Look what I did.
No, I know. That's phrase doing too much.
$11 down the drains right there. Son of a bitch. It's our first fucking major malfunction on the show, dude.
Anyways.
Yeah, so going back to the chick thing, okay.
Going back to Cali.
I think when you have expectations like say I want a man that's 6 foot tall. I want a man that has a job with benefits, has his own shit, his own house, his own cars. If you start setting up expectations like that, like, you may find that guy and he's going to have everything you had on their fucking list, but then once you get to know him and you kick it for, like, 2 weeks, that's all right.
Okay, but then
2 months, you're like, eh.
And then those guys who got it all put together, then what are they doing? They know they got it put together and they're fucking everybody else anyways. Right? Because they got so many options. Rarely going to find a guy who has a lot of options who's just going to stick with one fucking chick. That's just the truth.
Nah, man, because I think I got options, but I choose.
No, I'm talking when you're young. Okay, I started premises.
Okay, yeah,
when you're young. Because a lot of people get married when they're young. Now I think people are waiting till they get a little bit older now, which you should do. I think you should. I think we follow tradition in a lot of ways in this country. In the world, we follow tradition. Like, okay, this is what you do. You go to school. A girl graduates high school. She meets a guy. She gets married. She has kids, and he gets a career. Like, but we're kind of.
We're way past that.
The new generation is like, fuck those traditions. We're moving on to something different.
Well, you've seen the millennial divorce rate is much lower than ours, and you know why it is.
Is it really?
It's much lower, dude. I want to say it's like 20%
I'm
lower.
gonna have to take your word for it.
No, sincerely, man. That's not just some made up shit. I listened to this the other day on Dr. Laura, dude, and they're waiting to get married. They're getting married older, and I think that's a big thing. Like, if you can date, you can be a fiance or whatever, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they ought to set getting married till when you're 30. Because when you're 30, you got most of your bullshit behind you, You're not a fucking kid. You're 18. I got married first time when I was 18, dude. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that do that.
I think me and Sarah got together when we were like, I was like probably 30.
Yeah.
And by that age, dude, you kind of know who you are for the most part. You're done fucking figuring out your fucking who you are, and then you're just content with yourself and you want to settle down.
Well, see, like now, place I'm at now where the kids are getting older, like with the younger set of kids, we only got a couple more years and they're gone, dude. You know what I mean? Fucking, and a whole new life is opening up, and it's cool. I'm getting.
You ready for it?
Excited, yes, dude.
Well, then you got grandkids and shit. That's another thing.
Yeah, but see,
I'm looking forward to too.
Yeah, but grandkids is like, it's not an everyday thing.
No.
And then when you do get them, it's all good. It's all fun. You get to fucking do whatever.
But I'm saying that part of your life, you're coming into that part of your life where it's just you and your wife. You get to enjoy grandkids. And I don't know. I'm looking forward to that part too. I'm looking forward to every step. You know how many people are trying not to get old? Like they're doing everything they can not to get old but you can't.
They're like fucking snowboarding and fucking
whatever. You're trying to change
shit
like you don't want to get old. But I don't mind getting old. I'm just gonna embrace it, dude. I think there's a lot of fun shit that comes with that, dude.
I think a lot of people forget the moment. Live the moment, man. Live today. Make a memory today. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah.
Don't try to just blow through life like I say. Oh, I got 9 years of work left. I can't wait. Let's just blow them 9 years out. No.
Or afraid to do shit too, because like this, we're doing this right at the beginning. I'm like, fuck, I look like a fucking retard doing some stupid shit like that, whatever. But then I even talked to Sarah about it, and she's like, nah, if you're gonna have fun going there and bullshit with your friend, go do it. Fuck it, life's too short. Like, go enjoy yourself. You know, do it. Fuck it. If you get fucking 5 people to watch it, who cares? Like, you're out there bullshitting, you're having fun, you're talking, do it. Life's too short to be like worried about if you're fucking too cool or you're trying to create this image that nobody gives a fuck about your image. I'll tell you that right now. Whatever image you have of yourself in your head, nobody else has that fucking image, dude.
No.
Nobody. You create this image like of this perfection and whatever, but nobody gives a fuck. People, you're not who you think you are.
Well, see, like we were talking about.
What the fuck did I just say?
When we were doing the pre-show, though, I said this runs good, man, because I've lived my life the way I want to. I am who I am. People who know me know, oh, you might be a little fucking crazy or unhinged or whatever, but I've been that way my whole life. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
And I take that. Some people may call it a flaw, but I think it's one of my better things, my better qualities.
It's interesting.
Well,
I find it interesting.
I just like to be myself, and then fucking.
It's interesting. Nobody wants to be around a square all the fucking time where it's just like, yeah, this guy's got it all put together, but fuck, who the fuck wants to sit there and talk to hours to some fucking square, dude? I don't. I guess that's why we're all friends, because we're all fucking, like Greg said, we're quirky in our own way, and we're fucking, we're interesting. I think we're interesting. Well, you're interesting, Fraser.
Wow, that's great.
And
Thanks,
I love you. What the fuck? It's early in the morning. What the fuck we're talking about?
We gotta go on. Okay, so let's take it from so I think that it's harder to find a good man, or maybe from a woman's perspective. What do you think a woman's looking for?
A woman's looking for somebody to take care of her, like as far as like where she doesn't have to worry about them going out on them. Somebody who they can rely on, that know they're going to be there, that know they're going to
So you think trust,
dependability? Issue? I think a lot. I think you do have to have chemistry, as far as even sexual chemistry, fucking the conversation, similar interests, similar music. I mean, you still have to have some of that. I think so. You can't be completely polar opposite. Yeah. You have to have you have to have similar goals. I think, like, as far as we want to raise our kids right, we want to do this. We could have different dreams, but we have to have similar goals.
You want to be going the same place.
Kind of, yeah. You want to be, and you want to talk about it. Like, you could have 2 different things about when you retire. Like me and Sarah, we talk about, like, well, first we were talking, everybody, and we can get on this other subject about moving out of California, but everybody always says, well, we go to another state. But I mean, now we come to terms with, okay, we're gonna live here. Where do we want to live when we're retired? Do we want to buy a house in West Sac? Or do we want to buy a condo? We kind of want to buy a smaller, older house in West Sac, and that's kind of we kind of came together on that. But I don't know. What the fuck do I know? What are we talking about? I don't even know what the fuck.
You go to what are we talking about too many times. Everybody knows they're fucking like, what are they gonna say next? What's going on?
I mean, what do you think?
But I think. If you have kids, it's different if you have kids involved too, man. Because this is another thing. Like, I bowl every Thursday night, and when I go to the bar and come back from
Does Michelle bowl with you?
She used to. She didn't bowl did this last summer or this year, but yeah, she's been knuckle deep. She's been on knuckle deep too, man. She just never bowled the 256 to get the tattoo. But what I see is, I see the same people at the bar on Thursday night. Mm-hmm. There's like 4 or 5 people that are always there. You know what I mean?
How old? What's their age, you think?
The younger girls are like in their 20s.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay.
And the dudes are probably in 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
There's no 20-year-old dudes at the bowling alley bar on Thursday night, but there are chicks, dude. Yeah. And when I talk to the bartender about shit, he gives you the lowdown. Everybody tells him their life or what's going on. They come in.
And he's paying attention. He's listening.
Oh, yeah, because he's working for that tip, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think bowling is probably that thing that's holding everybody at that bar. But I got other buddies, like one of my good bros. He goes to the Zebra Club all the time. That's his hangout. That's his bar. That's his people and shit, right? So maybe that alcohol is the common thread there, but I don't know that I would want to go kick it with or be with a chick that's at the bar all the time. You know what I mean?
A barfly?
Yeah.
No, of course not, dude.
Like, I think about, well, I met Michelle at a party.
Yeah, but not, well, kind of, but I mean, you know her brothers, you know?
I knew her brothers, but I didn't know that they had a sister. You know, I mean, so it was
You
kind of
didn't know
cool.
Tito and Jason had a sister?
No, I didn't know.
Really?
I didn't know. I didn't, man. It was fucking really cool when I did.
But I think you and a lot of people, well, I should say our generation met somebody through a friend,
Yeah.
through somebody you knew. I think, but now, dude, everybody's going on fucking Grindr or whatever the fuck it is.
Tinder, yeah.
Tinder. They go online, and that's how they meet people, which I think is, to me, it's maybe I'm old school as far as that goes. I think it's a little odd, whatever. But they just hook up and fuck, and then they move on. I think that's what they do now.
I think they're trying to see if they're good sexual compatibly. That's what it is.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with the relationship, dude.
They don't understand that because they're young and they just want to bang.
Right.
I mean, imagine if they had that app when we were kids, dude. I mean,
Oh, no. I was working with some guys that were from Idaho, and they were young guys. They were 21, 22, and they were out here staying in a apartment. They got an apartment out here working. There's about 5 of them, all 21, 22. I'm like, what do you guys do? Oh, we go on, what is that?
Grindr,
Tinder.
yeah.
We go on Tinder. We hook up with the chick. We go meet them. We fuck, and then we go. That's what you guys do now? Yeah. It's just, that's what you do.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck.
Or they say, let's Netflix and chill.
yeah.
that's
I
basically
even
what
think that's about 5 years old now.
Yeah, they say, come on, let's bang.
Net and
That's
chill.
what it is.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But I don't know, like, because that's what I'm saying. Some guys may want to go to the bar and find a chick. Like, if I was a drinker, I would probably want to find some chick that likes to drink. I mean, maybe you got that in
Right,
common.
but I mean, I don't know if you want to fucking barfly.
I don't know, man.
That's probably not long term there.
I think
Who knows?
I think when you go into it expecting 100%, oh yes, we're gonna agree on this, we're gonna do this together. And I met a couple couples that are that way, dude. Like you see them, they both wear blue shirts. You know what I mean? Or they have the same sweater.
Oh fuck! I hate hanging around people like that, dude.
You know,
Those people are boring, dude. The one where the husband's like, "Oh, babe, tell him that story, babe. Tell him that story."
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, I don't want to hear no fucking stupid story."
he drives a blue Honda Accord. She drives a silver Honda Accord. You know, I've
They're
seen
each
that.
other's biggest fan.
Yeah, they both love each other so much. But I don't know, man. I mean, I think if you can get about 80%'s good.
That's a lot, dude. 80%'s a lot.
80%'s good, dude.
I think you both have to understand you got to work at it, and that it's not going to be easy, and you can't quit on it. You know, they can't quit on it because everybody fights. Everybody has disagreements, and it depends, you know, how far you want to take it. You know what I mean? People can go to extreme.
No, I know. Okay, so Michelle came home the other day and she was upset, dude. Right?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she was upset. So I don't even know what she was upset about, but her tone, her eyes, her body language, all that stuff is telling me she's upset and she's mad.
Okay.
But she's taking it out on me, right?
Oh, no, that's typical. So
Yeah,
that, I understand that. That's
I mean,
typical.
That happens all the time.
Yeah.
But the Dodgers were down by like 3 runs or something, right? So I'm already in a bad mood. I'm like, fucking, all right, I'm in a bad mood. She's in a bad mood. I'm like, yep, let's fight. I just decided, yep, let's fight. So she's saying something. I say, nope, fuck this. I'm leaving. So I go in the bedroom. I slam the door real hard. And she comes back in there. She's all, I thought you said you were leaving. I said, I am. I'm going to watch TV in here. You know what I mean? I ain't fucking going out to the bar or nothing, dude. I'm going to in the other room.
I'm ready to go to bed
Yeah.
here pretty quick.
I'm leaving forever. So about 2 minutes later, I'm sitting in there with the dogs and watching TV and shit. She comes in. She goes, all right, you win. I don't want to fight. I go, okay, cool.
I think that happens when you start getting older, dude.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck that. Somebody fucking sit there and fight for 5 fucking days, dude.
Well, you know, she's in there cooking dinner and stuff, and I know she's sitting there cutting stuff up, and she's like, are we really going to fight and have a bad day and all this kind of shit just because I came home from work upset or whatever?
Yeah, don't take it out on me.
Yeah.
What the fuck did I do?
Yeah.
That's what I always say.
I'm-
What the
I'm
fuck did I do?
I'm sitting here like, or the dogs are, when's Mama getting home? When's Mama getting home? Mama comes home, I'm like, hey, babe, how you doing? Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know what starts at me? I can tell when she has a bad day. I'll say, what's wrong? What's wrong?
Yeah.
What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? I can go on for fucking 4 hours. What's wrong? What's wrong? And then it's a big fight because it's like, dude, what's wrong is you don't leave me the fuck alone. Then I'm like, fuck it then. I was just trying to figure out what's fucking wrong with you. And then pretty soon we're mad at each other.
That was a trigger for me, like when she'll say, how are you doing? And I'm like, what the fuck? You don't care how I am doing. Don't say it to me like that. No, don't ask me that question.
How was work?
Yeah. What?
Like my daughter will ask me, how was work? Fuck, I always say, you don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Fuck you ask me for. Stop being polite.
It is the same way it has been in the last 26 years.
What's that?
Work.
Yeah. We have to go.
Yeah.
Other than that, that's how work went. We have to go.
Yeah. No, for me, dude, as soon as I get off work, 2:30, that's it. Work's done. That's how work is. It's done.
I try to be like that. I definitely try to, dude.
That's what's kept me from wanting to go into management or supervision is because you never get to hang up that at 2:30 you're not done. Because at 3 o'clock some shit could fall apart and then everybody's on your balls about what are we going to do? What's going to happen? How many people we need? This and that. Yeah.
You know what's amazing is that, and we were talking about this too, is that fucking, and it has to do with relationship, is that at work, dude, sometimes if I have to manage up to 50 guys, like fucking different jobs, you get fucking 100 phone calls a day, 50 emails, and it's constant, like nonstop, just going. You got to schedule this for next week. Got to do this, and somebody at work asked me, he goes, "How do you you're always under control. You're always calm. You're always like it doesn't stress you out, and you can handle it." But I go home. And my little boy will fucking put his shoes over there. And I'll lose my fucking mind, dude. I'll be like, what the fuck? How many fucking times did I tell you to put your fucking shoes or turn the fucking dryer on? Or little shit that Sarah does sets me off, dude. And I fucking at home, I'm just fucking every little fucking somebody drops a Q-tip and I'm fucking losing my mind. But at work, people are screaming and yelling and going over. And I'm like, hey, calm down. We'll do this. This is fine. We'll do this. We'll just move over here. We'll make this work next Thursday. And someone was like, how do you? I said, I think because I take it out at home, dude. Yeah. I seriously take out and then so that makes me more realize how lucky I am to have fucking somebody like my wife, dude. She's fucking amazing fucking person to put up with all that fucking nonsense, dude. But here, how about this? So it said, you need to treat your wife, your significant other, like a queen, but they have to treat you like a king. Yeah. I think it goes both ways.
It's got to go both ways.
It definitely has to go both ways. So I think I have that. I think I have where I do the best I can to take care of her as best as I can. I know I'm an asshole sometimes, but she does the same for me. More so. She does more so. She does more than I do. So, if you could find that, fucking God bless you. More power to you.
I think everybody.
It's hard though. I think it's hard.
If you're single now, it's different than if you're single in your 40s, it's different than in your 20s. And that's what I was going to say about those guys at the bar, dude. Those guys at the bar have been married, they have kids, all that kind of shit. They're in their 40s, and they're divorced now.
Yeah. Yep. Looking for somebody. What are they looking for? Are they looking for somebody to bone? Are they looking for another relationship? What are they looking for?
I don't know. Everyone's different, man, but your needs. I think your needs set what you're looking for. To take one of our good friends, man. He's a fucking single guy, got his own place, got a fucking immaculate record collection,
30 bodies?
30 bodies in the backyard, but I just think to myself, like, maybe he's setting the standard too high or something. I don't know what happens, man.
I don't know, dude.
Like, let's say.
But do you get to past a point where you don't know how to function in a relationship, where you start you getting too old, where you've never had a long-term relationship and you can't function in that? Does that make women kind of scared?
I think it too, because women, I think when they're initially, everyone's cool initially.
Right.
But then as you get to know them, maybe you fucking smell their fart or, something a little more intimate that, as you get to know them more, then that thing where you start liking them, it kind of pulls apart. I don't really like that.
Yeah, it gets harder.
Yeah.
It definitely gets harder. So, when you meet somebody and you're already fighting, it's not going to work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely, and you meet those people that are always fighting and then they get married because all of a sudden they found that 2 week where they're in love, so they get married and you're like, fuck, that ain't going to last, man. They were fighting all the fucking time. Yeah. Like when you get with somebody and you fucking great, you get along, it's only going to get harder.
Yeah.
It don't get easier.
You got to have a good fight. You need to have a good fight and see how you handle that fight, right?
Yeah.
And then how you recover from it, because usually just make-up sex and stuff is good.
Well, you got to realize. I remember I had a fight initially. I remember I just fucking called and apologized. I was like, this this is a person I want to be with. So I'm gonna fucking call and apologize, whatever. I'm just gonna make it work because this is it right here. And I realized that I'm like, fuck, I can't. This is a fucking great person. Fuck, why would I want to lose her? You know, this person I want to raise my kids. Great mom. You know, good person, wants to work. Like, fuck, you know. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. You're not going to find the perfect mate. Maybe that's what some people are looking for, the perfect mate.
That's what I'm saying. They set their standards high, man. And let's say, like, I'll give myself, I'm like a 7, right?
No, you're fucking crazy, dude. You're a 9 if you're not a 10.
All right, I'm at least a
Come on, dude.
I'm at least a 7.3.
He's a 9.
So
he's a great catch.
Let's go. So if I'm a 7...
9.
I can't be trying to get up into the 9s. You can't do that. It's not gonna work.
If you're searching for a 9, but if you're just fucking found somebody you get along with and they happen to be a 9, you're like, fuck, I like this person and they like me. And
no, so let's think about it this way then. All right, you're a 7 and you want to get with a 9, right?
Right.
So you have to be willing to find a 9 that wants to bring their level down to a 7. So just by that theory alone, she's not a 9.
If you're talking about a 9, like as far as like economics and all that other stuff, yeah, I understand that part, right? Because some women, you never see a fucking beautiful homeless chick, right? Right? Some women have that expectation of a 9 or 10, and the 9 or 10 guy might be the guy who's a fucking lawyer. He's good looking, he's tall, you see those people walking, right? You see the tall, fucking handsome people with driving a Mercedes, and they got it all together, and they own a couple houses. Like, they're doing it. They belong together, right? They ain't gonna fucking deal with my stupid ass, right? Yeah. It would never work. I understand what you're saying. That would never work.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, let's say
economics and all that has to do with play.
Let's say I'm a garbage man.
Okay.
Like, I drive a garbage truck, right?
All right.
And I want to date a brain surgeon. Right?
Okay.
So I'm looking for a brain surgeon. Now I need not only find a brain surgeon that's willing to date a garbage man. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's differences right
there. That's
there.
what I'm talking about. The economic part has to deal with that number 2. And then sense of humor, right?
Oh yeah, there's a whole ball of wax.
Yeah, it's just not, after you get past the physical part, then it becomes, is this person interesting to talk to? Like, is this person make me laugh, you know?
But see, some people too, man, they don't communicate, they don't talk, and that's part of what attracts them to each other. Maybe they're both reading books, or doing their own thing, but they're making it work together. I mean, everybody has a different set of relationship, but for me, I need attention. My wife needs attention. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we gotta we work it out, and it's working. I mean, it took us a long time to figure it out, man. Because I'll talk to people and they'll be like, "How you guys do that?" You know.
But with everything you went through, you guys are still working on it, right?
Yeah, it's still work.
It's still work. But at least you guys eventually just kept going. You guys didn't give up on it, and I think you guys make a great couple.
But I think that's part of it, man. Is you got to be willing to fucking go through the storm and shit on all the bullshit.
Oh, 100%.
To see the rainbows, man. To see it happen, because that's another thing. Like, I don't want to fight for a day, let alone be mad for a week or something like that. There's no way I could be mad at somebody for like a week, dude.
Yeah, no.
It's just not in my character.
I'd have to just move on from it. Like, especially when I go home, because that's my sanctuary. Like, that's the place where I can just fucking. And Sarah always asks me, like, why do you get so pissed in at home and you don't get pissed? I said, because I could just be myself around you guys. I don't have to, be somebody.
Put a facade, yeah.
Yeah, and you have to sometimes when you're at work. You have to do some things that, you can't just always be yourself and say what the fuck you want. Otherwise, especially if you're in charge of people won't follow you. People won't listen to you if you're just telling everybody they're a fucking idiot or you're fucking stupid or you can't just say that all the fucking time.
You just have to come up with better ways of explaining this.
Oh, 100%. I've learned over the years how to do it, dude. Yeah. I mean, I go home and my kid does something stupid and say, hey, fucking get your head out of your ass, dude. I can't say that at work all the fucking time. Yeah. I kind of do that.
Well, I had a pastor tell me a long time ago, he's like, you're a Kevin. You're a son to your father. Mm-hmm. You're a brother to your sister. You're a husband to your wife. Mm-hmm. You're a father to your kids. At work, you're an employee, mm-hmm. and you have a customer. There's all these different relationships, and each one you interact with them, right? It's a different part of your personality. You're the same person, but your personality choices and the way you say things, the way you act is differently.
I think for the most part, there is people that are themselves 24/7.
Hey, because I'll tell you, here's another one, right? So, like, we got friends that they act a different way around us. Like Hyde, right? He acts a completely different way around us than when his wife is with him.
Probably.
Oh, probably. I know it, dude, because and I see it with other people. Like, they're completely different when they're a couple than when he's by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has to, like, when you're at work, you got to look up to your supervisor or whatever. Well, when you're with your wife, you got to fucking maintain that relationship and be cool around your wife. You can't just be fucking playing grab ass and checking oil and shit.
I think most of it, but I'd say two people that are probably themselves all the fucking time are Eric and DG. I think those two people are pretty much themselves all the time.
Yeah,
I think so. I don't think they put on a facade at all.
No. I think DG cuts off a little bit when he's with us.
Yeah, but I'm sure. But he's DG all the time.
Yeah.
Right. You know what? And that's why I love him. He is who he is. We might not agree on a lot of shit, but he's my fucking big brother. He is who he is.
Liebig's always Liebig, man.
Around fucking corpses.
Dude, no, he's always himself, man. Same like, well, I see the different changes in you and Flory. Like,
me and Flory, yeah. But I can't be like that around my kids and shit. You know, but we do act a little fucking kiddish when we're around each other. I do. I know I do.
I was riding home yesterday with my buddy. Him and his wife brought me home, and I got a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old sitting next to me in the back of the car. Mm-hmm. And I could tell
they let you around their kids, huh?
Yeah. So talking to the kids, and the little girl, she had a little scab right here on her arm, right?
Uh-huh.
And she's like, I fell down on my bike. Well, whenever I see a scab or something, I'm like, I slapped her arm, and she looked at me like, what the fuck did you just do? But I was like, hey, after bullshitting with him, talking to him for a little bit, man, fucking they understood I'm who I am, you know what I mean? I'm not going to play it up because I'm with your parents. I'm going to treat you like you're my own kids. That's just the way I roll.
So hopefully we figured out what it takes to be a good man, a good woman.
No, I don't. That's just the thing, man. Like when you're talking about the different relationships you have as you're David, but you're also a supervisor. You're also a father. You're also a husband. That's the same thing when you're meeting a chick, Like if you're getting to know somebody.
Oh, you got your best jokes. You got your best fucking
all that shit.
Yo, yeah, you're fucking clever. You're what did fucking Sarah say? You were a fucking fuck. What's the word? You were what's the word when you meet somebody but they're not clever or not interesting, but they're
witty.
They're witty. I don't know which word she used.
Casanova?
No. It wasn't that. That's kind of corny. But it was like I forget what word. But it was genuine. It was just like it was a genuine charming. It was charming. It was kind of charming. Like joking and being nice and but it was light humor. Now that you get to know somebody after a while, you start getting your harsh humor. You're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You fucking retard. Shit like that. That changes. But you don't say that at the beginning because then people are going to take it harshly. But back then it was like, light jokes and mixed in with personality and stuff. Well, it was charming. I was charming. I can be charming. Frazier.
Well,
Frazier. I can be charming.
Frazier. I see these couples.
Frazier. I can be charming.
I see these people every year. Every year I go to their house. Every year, man, for shit at work, and they fight. Him and her fight. He's a Raider fan. She's a Niners. He's a A's fan. She's Giants. I mean, everything they fight, and that's part of their game. And they're like, he talks shit about her, and she talks.
But
shit.
But is it in jest? It was kind of in fun a little bit.
It is in fun, but it's also they're hurting each other. When they're doing it,
and then they make passionate love when everybody leaves.
Well, they're in their 60s now, and they've been running this game on each other for like 40 years. Where they fucking back and forth. And I'm sure that's what turned them on about each other. Like you're saying, when you meet somebody, and let's say you have a dark humor, right? Mm-hmm. Or you're dark like that. You say some fucking cryptic shit, and the other person's like, oh, I love you. I mean, it could snap like that just on the wicked side of things, dude. I mean, it's hard to find who you get to, but here's another thing that trips me out, man. Like, what did Sarah went to Galt schools, right?
When she was very little.
Okay, but
for a few years.
But let's just say you found somebody in the 60-mile radius of where you grew up.
Okay.
How do you know that there isn't like a, let's say you and Sarah are an 80% match, right?
Okay.
and there's somebody that lives in Boston or Atlanta, Georgia, right? That you've never met, but you would be like a 95% match. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe, but I think the reason why you meet too, but I mean, we believe in I believe in God, so I think there's a reason why you meet these people that you, especially the ones you long term with. You know, I think the ones that people get divorced kind of force it.
Yeah.
And they want to have this marriage and relationship, and they want to have this picture perfect house and kids. I think those people are forcing it. Like, I didn't force it. We didn't force it. It was just naturally. And I think that's supposed to happen. You and Michelle getting married, divorced, remarried, I think eventually that was supposed to happen. You know what I mean? I think stuff is supposed to happen, especially with people that you're with long term. I think that's supposed to happen. I don't think, if you think you're always trying to figure out, find that instead of the 80, the 90% match, if you're doing that and you're forcing it, you know, it's you're fucking three-way, and you're trying to figure out what are you gonna do the rest of your life.
Do you think at some point then you're basically like saying, oh, I can settle with this, or I'm gonna be able to live with this instead of?
I don't think like that, but I figure I find myself lucky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think we both are happy. Me and Sarah are both happy who we're with. So I think I think it's not common to be with the person that you're supposed to be with. I think everybody says they find their soulmate. I actually honestly do think I found my soulmate. I think we both found each other. And it works perfectly. And I think I'm lucky. I don't think everybody has that. So I think I'm blessed in a lot of ways. I think people will, the people in their 20s, they get married, they find they divorce, and I mean, I think they forced it. I mean, you went through this. Do you think you forced some of this stuff?
Oh, I know I did
when you were young.
But
But you don't regret it because you had children, so your children is like the best blessings you could have. But don't you think like some of that happens when you're young? You've tried to force it.
No, because like me and Amy initially got married because I was going into the military, so. That's why we got married, because I was going in the military,
Okay. Did you have kids but at this time?
No, we got married before we had kids.
Okay.
And then it was like maybe 3-4 months later, she got pregnant. And at that time, I was like, I was partying fucking. After I got out of the military, I was raging, just fucking on my way to becoming a dope fiend. And me and her got into an argument, and I was going to tell her, hey, this is it. We need to get a divorce. We haven't been married even 6 months. We can get an annulment, this, yada, yada, yada. And she busted out on me that she's pregnant, and I was like, fucking flip the script. If I'm going to have a baby, I need to fucking handle this.
You want to be responsible.
Yeah.
Because maybe in your head, you wanted to be the father that your biological father wasn't too. I think.
Had. Exactly.
Yeah.
No doubt.
100%.
And there's other people that go that same long lines of living, man, where they're like, well, hey, my dad did this to me. I should do that to my kid.
Yeah, but I think I do think there is a point where in your lineage, how do you say, but that somebody says, you know what, I'm not going to be my father. I'm gonna pay attention to my kids. So you find out the things that your dad never did for you, and you're like, I'm gonna do that for my kids. Like,
no, exactly.
My dad has never ever in his life ever said he's proud of me. Not one time. Never. Right? And maybe he isn't.
It could be.
Yeah. So, but I make a point to always tell my kids I'm proud of them all the time, because I never heard that all the time. So I'm like, hey, they do something small. Hey, you know what? I'm proud of you. I'm hard on them and say you're a fucking idiot when they do stupid shit. But when they do something, I'm like, hey, I'll let you know I'm proud of you. I tell them that all the time.
I always tell them, hey, I'm not going to rub your nuts. I'm going to flick them. Even my girls, even though they don't have nuts.
Okay.
I tell them that. I'm like, hey, you can get that shine from your mom or from grandma or whatever. I'll shine on you when it's really good, when you did something awesome, and I do. But most of the time, I'm going to flick your nuts and say, oh, well, you got a 91. That's pretty cool. That's a good test score, 91. How come it wasn't a 95?
Oh, I fuck with the kids like that too. I do that too.
Yeah.
But I gauge it on what I think they can do and what they work hard at. So if it's something that I think they worked hard at, they could get it. If my little boy got a C, and it was really hard for him to get that, I would be proud of him and say, hey, you worked hard for that. But you kind of gauge it differently. I try to gauge it as far as being a parent.
I'll give you another one. We just went to the library on Wednesday. And both of them were like, well, Dad, I don't have any reports due or this and that or nothing. I'm like, hey, get a fucking book about something you want to learn about, right?
Right.
And then when it comes time, you need a report or you got to do something. You already have that knowledge in your head. All you got to do is check that book out.
What'd they say?
Like, you're right.
Okay,
you're
that's
right,
cool.
Dad. So, I mean, I always want to push them rather than just hold them here and say, "Hey, you're doing good. All right, that's
No,
good."
yeah. You have to push him. You have to
Yeah.
I think my daughter is going above and beyond what she's achieving more than she really should be sometimes,
Yeah.
right? I think because that's me pushing all the time. I think it's just pushing all the time. You know, I mean, there's some kids that come naturally and they do fucking Eric. You know, oh, I just do this and I'll travel, and now he's doing great things. But you know, for my kids, I have to push.
Yeah, but most gay people are that way.
Oh, 100%, dude.
I mean, it's almost like
You think
a leg up if you're
think
gay.
sucking cock is just like natural? I mean, I'm sure he worked on it for a
It's
long
tough,
fucking
dude.
time, dude. Yeah, it's tough.
I've never sucked a cock yet, but
We'll ask.
I say yet.
We'll ask Flory next time we talk to him.
I say yet because you never, you know. I mean,
You never know if you're broke and what you do for some extra cash, huh?
I need that burrito. Suck a dick for a burrito.
For a slice
I don't know.
of pizza.
Well, we crushed on that fucking almost an hour on that, dude. So you wanted to get into some.
Finish it off. Finish it off
some
with something
in-
strong.
Well, let's hit a couple, dude. You were talking about the NRA thing. I'm an NRA member.
NRA members are fucking nuts. Fucking nuts. I was telling Fraser, you know,
See, I think you're an extremist for thinking that way, man.
No, this is what I was thinking, because we had to move a vehicle. There was a vehicle on the way of a crane, and I had to get it moved. And I was trying to figure out whose vehicle it is. And I looked on the back, and usually if there's keys in the vehicle, we'll always jump in the car and move it. You know, we always tell people, leave your keys in the vehicle in case it needs to be moved. We could jump in there and move it. But I seen the NRA sticker, and I was like, I'm not moving this motherfucker's car, because the first thing I see is the NRA. I'm like, this guy's nuts, right? This guy is a fucking is probably crazy. Most people, I think, are fucking nuts anyways.
Isn't that profiling, though?
It is profiling 100%. You know what's funny?
I mean, isn't that like racism? I mean, you're just admitting you're a racist, dude.
I'm prejudiced against fucking NRA members. You know, all this correlates, and I'm curious. You know more about this than I do. So, what the fuck is the deal with Soros? I don't even understand what Soros. Soros is the boogeyman for the Republicans, and I want to find out, what does he do? Like, did he fucking buy the uranium and give it to the Russians or some shit? I didn't know. Other than contribute to the Democratic Party, what is the big deal with
It's
him?
not just the Democratic Party. He contributes to like Antifa, Black Lives Matter, KKK, all these groups.
Yes, I want to hear the conspiracy part. That's what I want to hear.
No, he actually contributes to those groups, man. I mean, he's the number one contributor for that shit.
For
I mean,
KKK?
for all of it, yeah, he gives money out.
That's
to
what I
all
want
of
to.
them.
I want to hear the conspiracy shit. This is what
ACLU, dude. I mean, he backs all.
Because he's the boogeyman for the Republicans.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if it's left or right. He just wants to stir shit.
I gotta look it up. That's why. And then so this is what I came to. I was like, so I mean, I was watching the debate with the governor in Florida, the governor race in Florida.
Gillum
right?
and Santos.
Is it Santos?
Yeah.
Okay, so he brought up the NRA to the guy. He said, "You're bought and paid for by the NRA." Santos looked so fucking scared when he said that. He just said, "Oh, well, you changed topics." And then he brought it up again. He goes, "But you're bought and sold by the NRA." And he's all, and you can see his eyes like, dude, I can't say nothing about the NRA, bro. He just started talking about somebody else. Yeah. I think the most powerful group in this country is the NRA.
Dude.
One of the most powerful groups, and they're everybody's afraid to say anything about the fucking NRA. I talked to my brother. My brother is a gun nut. Like, you think you're a gun nut? You're not. You're 10%.
I don't think I'm a good nut.
You're 10% of what my brother is, dude. I'm telling you. My brother sleeps, eats, and shits fucking guns. I mean, he reads the ammo magazine. He looks online. That's all he is. And I said something, and I thought it would trigger him because I like to trigger people. Yeah. So I said something about the NRA. I said they're fucking. They're just a branch off of the KKK. And he goes, well, they ain't that. He goes, but he goes, and he's the gun nut. And he goes, but I don't think NRA has the gun owners. I don't think they have their best interests in heart. And that kind of shocked me a little bit because this guy, I mean, he's fucking all guns all the time. That's all every shirt he has is about gun rights, is about the amendment, it's about everything. And I said, so you don't support the NRA? Because it threw me back. And he goes, nah. He goes, it's just a political group. He goes, they don't support us, the gun owners, like they should. And he goes, it's just a political group. And I threw me off a little bit. I'm like, fuck, I thought you were like the biggest NRA fucking guy. And he goes, no. The NRA is a fucking nut, just as like the pharmaceutical companies. They're just fucking there to fucking gain power. And when I seen that sticker, it all kind of went together, and I'm like, yeah, the NRA people are fucking. Because I'm, you know what? And when I say that, people will say, oh, see, this is the problem with America is people will say they won't listen to anything. They'll say, oh, you're a leftist, you're a liberal, and I said, no, I believe you should own a gun. No. I believe you should have a gun to protect yourself. I just think there is they're an extreme part of all this. That the fucking NRA, the NRA, if they could, they would put machine guns in little babies' hands.
Well, let me ask you this: Who else is fighting for your Second Amendment rights? What other groups
They're
are
not going nowhere. We've been talking about they're going to take guns away forever, and my brother still tells me that. He goes, "Oh, well, they've limited California. You can't have." Well, you shouldn't. What's wrong with having just a pistol and protecting yourself? Trust me, I had this conversation
Because
every single day.
The whole purpose of the Second Amendment, though, is not just to protect yourself; it's to protect yourself from your government.
Okay.
It's established.
But
So
what
that
do you-
if a tyrannic government, if our government gets to the point where we need to fight our own government,
Like now.
yeah, we need to have the ability to fight our government. And if you got guys out there with five round pea shooters,
You ain't gonna fight. Maybe back when it first came about, when you fucking could actually fight the Civil War. You could fucking try to fight back. But you really think that people come up in arms against the most powerful military that's ever fucking been on this earth? You think they're gonna be able to fight the fucking
Well,
U.S.
look it-
government?
look it up there,
Absolutely not.
Look it up there in Oregon, right, where those guys had that
And what happened?
Bureau of Land Management. Yeah,
Right. I watched that whole documentary.
Yeah, the government
They got
backed
killed.
down.
They
yeah,
ki-
but they backed down. They didn't. Those guys still
What's-
got their land.
Once they left the property, they killed. How many people did they kill?
I
They
think
killed
it
a
was
few of them.
6.
Yes.
I think they shot 6
You
people.
cannot fight the fucking U.S. government. You cannot fight the U.S. government, dude.
That's the thing. So if you get it to the point where we all have revolvers, right?
To protect yourself.
No. How are you gonna ever fight your government?
I'm not gonna fight my government,
Look
bro.
at the Branch Davidian. Remember the Branch Davidian?
Yes.
David Koresh and those
Right.
people.
And they
right?
got killed. They all got
yeah.
killed.
Yeah, look at that, man. I mean,
And they were armed to a T.
Yeah, and
you
they-
can't fight the government,
okay,
dude.
so you're making my example for me, right?
Okay. How?
They're armed to the T, right?
Okay.
They still couldn't put up a fight against the government.
No.
So we need to be able to have our own shit where we need to.
So now you want rocket launchers and
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
tanks.
Fuck yeah, grenades the whole bit, dude. I'm still trying to build a wall around Galt, dude.
I don't know. I just seen that fucking sticker. And I'm like, I want to get a sticker too, so no one fucks with me. Because I know if I see a fucking NRA sticker, I'm like, I ain't even gonna fucking honk at this motherfucker. This fucker's nuts, dude.
Yeah, I'm a member, but I'm not all fucking crazy. I mean, I'm not an extremist on it. It's just something like if I rent a hotel, I get a 25% discount because I'm an NRA member. You'd be surprised how many Democrats are NRA members, man.
Oh, I'm sure they are, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, but I just, as soon as you say anything about the NRA, you're a leftist liberal. But I'm like, no, I believe in you should own a gun. There's nothing wrong with owning a gun. There's nothing wrong with having a gun to protect your family. Nothing wrong with that. I just think there's extreme, like these fucking killings that are happening. Extreme. They're always extreme. They're the Muslim people, right? The bombers. Extreme. They're all extreme.
You know why, dude? Because that's what's on the news. That's what sells the news. If there's a shooting, like there's a shooting in Sacramento yesterday, right? Mm-hmm. It's not going to be blown up around the news. It came over my news feed at work because it had something to do with our work, right?
But it's local.
But
It'll
yeah,
come on your local news.
But it doesn't tell you what kind of gun or what any of that kind of shit.
The
because-
guy that just killed all these Jewish people in synagogue.
Yeah.
Fuck death to Jews and all that shit. What the fuck is wrong with people? And I still see I see the same thing. What's wrong with the fucking the right extremists? I still think with the Muslim extremists, the left extremists. It's all extremists. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I never can understand these extremist parties, dude. I don't understand this.
Dude, because
Why can't you just be moderate?
because that's what makes the world go round. We need extremists so that
For
the
what?
moderates can be moderate.
And well, the moderate now, like back in the day, Reagan seemed extreme right Republican. Now, Reaganomics and all that is moderate. That's all considered moderate. Now we have the Tea Party, the fucking the fucking American whatever it is party,
American Independent Party.
whatever it is. They're far right. Now we have the fucking far left. You have the Bernie Sanders and the fucking socialist.
Dude, you can add any word you want. Democrat to socialist, economic socialist, whatever it is, it's still socialist. That's what its bottom line is. You can dress any word you want up with some nice, pretty adjective, but the whole core of that is socialism. Man.
So what is the socialism you're talking about? What makes them the socialist Democrat? You tell me.
What do you mean?
What you're saying that they're socialists, right?
Yeah.
So what makes them socialist? By what by what definition?
Okay, so if you agree that a surgeon and a fucking garbage man should make the same amount of money, that's socialism.
Okay.
That there's no way that should happen, dude.
So
ever.
so
That's why socialism has never worked. It works for a short.
I never heard that they should make the same amount of money though. I mean, in socialist Leninism and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You're talking about fucking, like I'm saying, it's fucking.
Yeah, they're
50 years
talking
ago.
about government paychecks.
Right, but I'm talking about now socialism. I'm talking about
take Venezuela.
No, I'm talking about in here in America. So the Bernie Sanders socialists, I think they call them socialists, is because they want to tax people and they want to create.
He calls himself a socialist.
Yes. And the lady that just won, the Mexican lady, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they want
Cortez.
Why? Because they want to tax more and they want to create more social programs. Correct?
No, man.
No, that's not it.
No.
Okay,
they
then
want everyone to be equal.
Well, you have to be equal. Everybody has to be equal. But you're talking about equal pay.
Economically equal.
I don't think that they want that, dude.
Yes, economic.
I don't think they want the garbage man to make the same pay. But this is brainwash. This is what you think that they want. I don't think Bernie Sanders wants the fucking surgeon to make the same wage as the fucking garbage man. I think that they have these programs.
How do you get equality if you can't do that? Think about it, man.
No, I think they want to create. They want to create more programs.
Because let me ask you,
to give people in poverty a better chance. Now, do I agree with all this? No, absolutely not.
Work. Look at that shit doesn't work, man.
No, it does. It does. Not with the extremist part, but
you go block to block, right? Look at schools in different parts of town. The same town, Sacramento, right? It's the same fucking city, the same town. But different schools are fucking well-funded, well taken care of, got good teachers, got strong security, all that kind of shit, new equipment, all that.
And they want that money to go to the other schools.
No, 2 blocks down the road, you got a school that's dilapidated. It's got fucking mold.
Right,
leaking.
and I think what Bernie Sanders and them want to take that money and put it into you take the tax money that's going into the rich schools in the nice area. They want to take that money and put it into they don't want that money just to stay there. I think that's the socialism they're talking about, is they want to take that money to make all the schools equal.
Yeah, dude, but it doesn't work. I mean, you get it down to like the city of Sacramento gets this money, right? The Sacramento Unified School District gets all this money.
Well,
right?
you get in your districts, you get the tax money in those districts.
So, and I'm talking. This happens right over there off of Meadowview, and Meadowview turns into Mac Road, right? Mm-hmm. Or it actually goes Meadowview to Pocket on the other side. If you're on this side of Meadowview, right? Dilapidated, fucking brown yards, I mean, it's just the whole area it's way worse off than just on the other side of the freeway. Everything's plush green. Fucking the parks and shit that are out there are just amazing. I mean, we never had any of that kind of shit when we were kids. The slides, the forts, all the shit they got going. They have bathrooms out there that are fucking. I mean, I would go and take a dump out there without putting even a little shirt on the toilet seat.
Okay.
They're the same fucking town, the same fucking thing. The only thing that separates them is that freeway right there.
Okay.
Because on this side of the freeway, you got houses you could buy for $150,000, $200,000. You cross the other side of the freeway, those houses are $600,000, $800,000 houses.
Okay.
But they're coming out of the same pot of money, dude. You see what I mean?
So what's the difference?
The difference is the people that have money take care of their area. They take care of it.
And I think that's what the socialist, the Democratic Socialist now is what they consider. Dude, it's like they considered Ronald Reagan right Republican. Now he would be like more more middle ground. The same thing with the socialists now. They're relating them to the old socialist. They're not relating to the new socialist, which is take that money from those areas and spread it around. They're like, no, you have to keep it and. We're America. We're greedy motherfuckers, dude. We're in those tribal countries, in the countries that we consider third world countries, those tribes and shit, they share all the food amongst each other, dude. They live a good, positive fucking life. I'm not saying. I'm saying there is a balance in there where you can create more equality for people with less than people with more always taking care of people with more. I think there is a balance. Like, what's wrong with helping other people? What's wrong with paying taxes and that tax money not going to where you live, but going to an urban area where it's they don't have that funding? I said I don't understand what's wrong with it. People are like, well, you need to pull up your bootstraps, and that whole pull up bootstrap mentality is fading the fucking way. And I've worked my whole life and I pay taxes. I just think that it's okay to fucking want to help other people. Yeah, and I think that's their thing. Is they want.
The bottom line is you got to help yourself, man. You got to help yourself.
That's
you look at all these cities, right?
I think we live in a bubble where we think it's as easy as what we live in.
Let's take San
Francisco.
It's not as
easy.
Let's take San Francisco, right? 20 years ago, San Francisco compared to San Francisco now, right?
Okay.
Look at how it's fucking just gone backwards. I mean, it's just become fucking a piece of shit place to be. And you take these big cities like that. Los Angeles is another one, dude. You seen that video where the dude's driving on his bike, and you just got hundreds and hundreds of tents lined up alongside the riverbank. They're all homeless people out there, right?
Okay.
Hundreds and hundreds of them. You take Atlanta, you take Detroit, New York. New York is actually coming back. I mean, it's starting to come back. But all these big mega centers, right, have been run by Democratic thoughts.
Oh, no. Here we go with the Democrats and Republicans.
Okay, so you tell me, what's the difference then? You take
the Republicans took their money out of those cities and moved them somewhere else. That's the problem. They took Oakland had a fucking huge tire plant. You know, Compton was mainly all white, and then when black people started moving in, they took their businesses and moved them to fucking Hollywood. They moved them to Beverly Hills.
Yeah, and
why did they move them?
Why did they move them though? Why did they move those businesses?
They moved those businesses for racial purposes, dude.
No, dude. After the fucking Watts riots, right?
Uh-huh.
They tore up and beat up their own.
Okay, so now you're saying black people are inherently more violent than white people.
No, I did not say that. You
just said it. That's what you said.
No,
subconsciously in undertone, you said that.
No, you can't say what I'm thinking. Subconsciously.
Everybody knows that you just said that.
Subconsciously.
Everybody knows he just said that.
No, well, I mean, it's plain as day you're a racist because you hate the white man. So first
that's
of all,
what you said before. One time you told me before, you're like, dude, Weller, you're white. I know I am, but just because I'm white doesn't mean I can't stand up for other people.
Okay, so then let's look at the truth. Here's what happened. You had the Watts riots, right? And that was about race. But what they do, they just like they're doing in Berkeley now, and the Antifa group over there, they tear up.
Go Antifa.
They're tearing up their own shit. They're tearing up the Starbucks they go to. They're tearing up the CVS store that they go to, right?
Right.
They're tearing all that shit up in their own neighborhood.
Okay.
So as a business owner, think of it yourself. You think, oh, fuck, I just lost my whole fucking life. I lost a $2 million store. Do I want to say, oh, well, I want to give them another chance?
You just said something that was pretty good. You said the New York is coming back. And what I've been listening to a lot is that those people are reinvesting in their own community. That's what they're doing right now. That's why New York is coming back, right? Where's the water problem that happened?
Detroit,
yeah, but
Flint.
Flint. Okay, so now they have all these houses. So who's buying up all these houses for like $10? All these investors. And what they're gonna do? They're gonna gentrify it, move all these people of color out, and they're gonna fucking invest back in that community. They're not gonna invest in the infrastructure right now. They're gonna fucking outprice them like they're doing in Oakland. And then they're going to build all these fucking communities. That's what they do. And then you push these people. It's economics, Frage. I won't say so much racial is economics. You push these people to a hub.
That's
you
exactly
push people
what
to
it
a
is.
hub.
But if you want to paint it with a race brush, that's what it becomes, is racial.
But if we really took at the numbers, it's people, Latinos and African Americans that are pushed out.
I'll give you a real good example. I talked to a funeral owner in Sacramento, right? Mm-hmm. And he said, this is what happened. Downtown Sacramento was shit, right? It was shit. Then they started with the K Street Mall. All of a sudden, all these businesses started coming up right here, right? And so now that's pushing the shit that was in there
You're giving people more opportunities.
Yeah, started pushing it out. And he called it sprawl. So what happens is the sprawl starts to happen where people now want to live downtown Sacramento. So that's pushing the people that were there.
I don't want to live downtown Sacramento.
But if you're a hipster or you're fucking...
It's too crowded,
dude. A craft beer drinker.
I drove there Saturday, and it's fucking so crowded.
Yeah, but here's what happens. So them redoing the downtown and shit is pushing the sprawl outwards, right? And what's happening now, areas like Curtis Park, Oak Park, that were fucking houses were dilapidated and fucked up. Now you got these hipsters moving into those areas because they're still affordable, and they're building a badass, really nice looking, technologically fit house.
Well, they ain't building no houses out there. They're building apartments, dude. People are living in apartments
but
now.
I'm talking about the house. Like, I was just in Oak Park. And
Midtown's the only place where they have nice houses.
I worked Oak Park back in 92. That's where I started working, and I was back there the last couple of weeks. It's amazing to me to see these old houses that were built in the 30s and the 40s are just fucking torn down. They build up something brand new that's fucking asymmetrical shit.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
Fucking unbelievable, these houses. So now, the old 1930s, 40s house, there's only 2 or 3 of them on the block because all the other ones are fucking built out.
This is what's changing, and I seen this because people of color, this is like first generational money. Like I've actually had money, really. People of color are starting to get money right now, and I see them putting more money into their communities than they used to. Like we're still fresh in this, dude. We're still new. We're not 200 years of everybody being equal, right? We're only fucking 5 years, 10 years, or whatever, dude.
We're 50 years into equal rights, man.
Dude, really, Frage?
50 years.
Really?
Yes.
Economically, we're not, dude. We haven't been, but since the early 70s, barely you've been able to legally get interracial marriage.
Okay,
that only changed in the 70s, bro.
Explain to me. Then
We're not that far removed.
Explain to me then how many, and there are so many upper middle class black people there are. How are those people different?
I'm saying is now they're getting, this is like first generational money, real money. Like we have people we never even heard of, fucking Americans, white people have fucking real fucking money that we never heard of. Not movie stars, not fucking Warren Buffett, like, you know.
Like Soros.
Not Soros, dude. But I'm just, like the guy developer we work for, he's a billionaire, right? You never hear of people like that.
Look at Spanos, dude.
Dude, Spanos was a hustler, dude.
Yeah, but that motherfucker came up. I mean.
So he reinvested in Stockton. Right?
Yeah.
And so this is first generational money. I see like with LeBron James and stuff what they're doing. They're fucking reinvesting a lot of money back into their communities. And I think 30 years from now, we're going to see this change. I think we are. And it's all economics. They're putting money back into the communities. All I'm saying is that those socialist people that you're considering socialists are just saying we need to redistribute that money equally across the board. I think that's why they're considered socialists.
That's your idea of socialism,
I don't see
not theirs.
Yes, it is, dude. They're not fucking saying that
okay.
a surgeon should make the same money as a garbage man. They're not saying that. That's a brainwashed Fox News shit.
No, it's not.
100%.
This is what they say. Okay, what do they always say? Well, look at Sweden. Look at Norway. Look at
Canada.
Canada is not a socialist country, dude. But
yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No,
they have socialized medicine.
Yeah, medicine, but they have capitalism.
And it works. Yeah, it does,
dude.
It works. You know why? Because we believe the bullshit that we can't afford it in here, and you shouldn't have health care, and everybody should pay for their own. Meanwhile, we earmark billions of dollars for the oil companies. Can we take the oil companies are already making profits? How about we take those billions of dollars and figure out how we can have affordable medicine for people?
Dude,
not free.
It's because
just
of
affordable.
Money. It's because of money. That's why you said your own answer. It's because of money.
But who gives all these money to the fucking
It's like them saying, "Hey, Weller, why don't you go ahead and work for $10 an hour? Why do you got to make $70 an hour?"
If they say they're gonna redistribute the money where we all live and fucking in a good place, I would say that's fine.
So here's what I was trying to get to.
Life's too short to not help people.
With Sweden, Norway, Denmark, even Germany, those countries that you have there, right? They're athletic. They're white. I mean, they're basically one type of people that live there, right? You don't have that in America. America is a melting pot. We have all kinds of races, all kinds of cultures.
100%.
Okay, so we can't achieve what they have going there. Like if we had just a whole neighborhood, and I know you see it, where a whole neighborhood of black people live, right? That's what they got. They got a culture there. Whole neighborhood of Russians live here. They got that culture going there. Well, you have countries that are smaller than California.
But I'm not saying to be socialist. But that's the problem, is that we don't listen to each other. I'm not saying that. That's the problem. We don't listen to each other. I'm saying this is what they're saying. I'm not saying that I believe it should be a socialist country. I believe in socialist programs. I believe in the freeway system. I believe in free transportation. I believe we can figure out a way to have and then with this whole fucking, we're going to eliminate, and they are going to, as far as the pre-existing conditions, which is fucking bullshit, dude. You shouldn't be not able to have, your kid shouldn't have not health insurance because he has a pre-existing condition, right? And that's what they're trying to get. They're going to take that away. At some point, the fucking Republican Party plans to take that away. Why? Because
here we go.
You don't think that they're trying to go, they're trying to take that away?
No, dude.
I think that was okay for
money.
For Obama's thing to healthcare. Okay, it was a mistake and it didn't work out. I think it definitely needed to be.
The guy that handcrafted that shit said, "Look, we're gonna fuck these people and they're gonna like us for it."
It majorly needed to be tweaked, 100%. Nobody even agreed. Democrats, Republicans both agree it wasn't a fucking program that was gonna work, but they all agreed on some of the things. Being able to keep your kid on your health insurance till they're 25. Being able to get pre-existing conditions. Some of that stuff should be law, dude.
No, the 25 things should never have came into play.
Why not?
Never. Because you're an adult at 18. You can vote at 18. You can go join the military.
I find it, okay, look at a kid going out right now who gets right out of college, and it's already hard to fucking survive as it is. Now, like my daughter, okay, we can keep on our health insurance, right? That's a good thing.
Yeah,
for us, it's a good thing.
But if you didn't
she went on her own, and she's going to have health insurance anyways because she's going to have a good job. But not all kids who graduate are going to be able to have a good job. And
but what they got is, like you said, there's socialist Medicare in California, dude, where if you're 18 years old, you have no parental support, nothing like that. State of California will give you medical coverage, man. Even if you're an illegal, they'll give you medical coverage.
Huh?
Dude, I know. I have 2 kids that do it. I got 2 kids that get fucking free medical care.
Oh, so they're on the fucking, they're socialists.
Yeah. They're on the socialist program, dude. Yeah.
So what's wrong with that?
They take care of you. I think you ought to fucking work for it, man. That's what I think.
So you think your kids shouldn't have health insurance?
No, I'm thinking they should work for it.
They do work. They just can't. Dude, what? Okay, a guy at work right now, he pays on his own health insurance, pays about $1,600 a month for his health insurance for his family, right?
For what?
For health insurance for his family.
Dude, he better find the.
That's what it costs. See, people are so out of touch with PG&E supplies certain military supply, but these are regular working people. Dude, this is what he pays. This is Jerry, this old guy, retired. He's not even retired. He's done.
All I'm saying is there's better plans out there.
Frazier, this guy, okay, he was paying him and his wife. This older guy worked his whole fucking life. The guy I respect 100%. Never borrowed a dollar from anybody. Nothing. Getting late, huh? Fucking paid his own health insurance up to like $1,300 just for him and his wife, dude. Finally, he had to cancel it, and they were old, and pretty soon he got sick, and there was nothing he can fucking do. His wife died because they couldn't afford health insurance. But we're living in a world in a bubble where, like, I can get into my life. My company supplies. Not all companies supply it, bro.
I have no health coverage through PG&E. I declined it. I have none through them.
Well, it needs to be affordable. That's the problem. They need, and Republicans don't give a fuck about you. And I'm not a Democrat or Republican, but Republicans don't give a fuck about you.
You need to hear yourself, because every time you say something derogatory, it's against the Republicans.
Democrats, okay, check this out. Democrats don't give a fuck about you either. They just trying to throw out welfare programs to buy your vote. Democrats could give a fuck about you. Republicans could give a fuck about you. We need to uprise.
That's the government. And see, and what you're wanting to do is take the government and provide us with health care.
No. Not provide you with health care. Provide you with affordable health care. Take some of this money we give to these fucking oil companies, these tax breaks to these billion-dollar companies that are already making record profits. Take that money and put it into a system where you can get affordable fucking healthcare. Not free healthcare, affordable healthcare. Okay, healthcare shouldn't be fucking $1,500 a month for a family. And that's what it is. Regardless of what you think, that's what it is right now.
Dude, I know. And if you want a $1,500 plan, you can buy it. But you can also buy a $500 plan. You can buy a $600 plan.
Okay, I'm going to have people on to say, show me that fucking plan.
Call Medishare. Check out Medishare, man. Right there.
I'm gonna tell them.
Check out Medishare.
And then they're gonna get a different plan, and their kid has a pre-existing condition. They're gonna be able to switch because now all of a sudden they have pre-existing, and the Republicans are gonna take it away.
Dude, the Medishare commercial, when they run it, the guy has cancer. Nobody's picking him up. Nobody picks him up, right? It's a true deal, man. And what it is, it's like a Christian-based healthcare pot where all these Christians get together. I think there's like 500,000 of them put into this pot. So when they get bills, they all pay a portion of the bill. And it's like $500 a month, dude.
Okay, I'm gonna bring it up.
Check out Medishare. That's what it's called.
Medishare. I'm gonna check it out.
And that's just one. Now, there's all kinds of them out there, man.
Trust me, because I pay for my own health insurance, right? And I look, and now I pay about $400 a month for myself.
Check out Medishare, man.
Just for myself, I pay $400 a month. That's what health insurance is.
I already gave you the out on insurance with Horace Mann, dude. And I'm surprised you haven't signed up with Horace Mann yet.
I don't know what that is.
That's the car insurance, homeowners insurance, all that shit. It's fucking way cheaper.
I'm gonna find out. As long as it's not like liability insurance where I just got like fucking basic emergency insurance, which I had before, and they eliminated that. That's part of the fucking healthcare plan that Obama put in. Is it kind of fucked me on my health insurance because I had to get, that was no longer considered the minimum health care, which I was paying like very low rate, but it wasn't really good health care. Now I got Kaiser, which is like $400 a month, and it's still not good. It's still like a $5,500 deductible, dude.
Yeah, no,
but that's what health insurance is. Health insurance is a major problem in this country, and nobody wants to fix it because the health companies are making so much fucking money.
It's because the lobbyists pay the fucking, I don't care who your senator or your congressman is, they're lobbied by the healthcare, the pharmaceutical. People with money keep it.
Are we going to pick this up next time? Because you got to get to work, bro.
What time is it?
9:42.
Are you shitting me? Oh, shit.
We got to go.
Holy shit, I got to get to work.
All right, next Sunday.
Oh,
we'll see
shit. Let me get this going again. Whoop. There we go. Fuck, I didn't know it was that late, dude. How long we go?